Hey guys, RC here, back with our Let's Play for Draft Day Sports College Basketball 17. We are playing as Sam Houston State. I had gotten a little ahead in my recording, and I just posted episode 7, I think. I think it was episode 7. Let's see. Episode 5, I'm sorry, episode 5 this morning to my YouTube channel before work. So now that we are home from work, we are going to get back into it. I've got to get a few more episodes built up for you guys. So trying to play a little catch up here because I honestly don't remember where we were at. Let's see. All right, so we're into the season. Let's go look at the standings. Alright, so we have played a couple of games. Let's look at our schedule. Alright, so we're 2-0. Couple of wins. Coming up against Tulane, Denver, and Boise State coming up. Let's see. Yeah, that's... okay, I still don't like that. I'm looking, if I'm at my homepage, I'm thinking that should be all my team. Let's go to roster. It's probably like the football here. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so nobody injured. Alright, depth chart. I haven't changed anything, I don't think. So we're gonna keep that. Strategy. And this was my first season with this, so still trying to get a little used to the gameplay. So let's go ahead and get into. Let's see, we're November 20th. Recruiting. Display those on my call list. Update. And no scholarships, $34,000 budget. Okay, yeah, I have not done any recruiting, and that's a weekly thing. Okay, that's right. I gotta get back in that mindset. All right, so offers. Yes. All right, so let's go look at him. All right, we're gonna watch film, scout live. I need to get some more information on his parents, although they will have very little influence on him. His parents don't think that we're the right school, but they don't have a lot of influence. Prestige, playing time, location. He's out of Katy, so we're not too far away. About an hour, maybe 2 hours away. Let's just... And he hung up on me. Not good. I'm going to try to turn that volume down a little bit. That was loud. Alright, interest. Alright, so let's go with declined. Number 1 on his list. Alright, well, let's take a closer look at him. So he says we're number 1. .69, 2.8 GPA. Pretty similar. Can't shoot free throws. Actually, he's better defensively. I still think I'd like Reed overall. I think he just has a little bit better overall numbers. but at least we have a decent fallback option. All right, let's get in and we'll declined. All right, next guy down. Conference, team prestige, location. And end call. And I think that was all my time anyway. See if I can get anybody to take this last visit here. All right. Oh, he's already committed. Doggone it. All right, so I need to hide signed players. And yeah, that's all I want. I want to hide those. All right, well, so that's good. So we're still in on him. So who's that other guy? The other guy that we were... Oh, did he already sign somewhere? Oh, well, Reed's already signed with us. Duh. Alright, well, he's already committed, so I don't really need to recruit anymore because that was the only scholarship that I had. Alright, well, duh. Alright, so let's get into the games then. Alright, let's see. We're going to go for a week. And again, it will stop when it gets to our game and then allow us to do whatever it is that we wish to do. Looks like we're about 3 days in. Alright, so we are going to... let's cancel this. We're going to uncheck the box. Alright, and well, we're already committed to the week, so that's okay. And we lost by 3. 100 to 97. Alright. Again, we'll escape out of here. Denver's 1-3. And we did not get an email for an injury, so that... Oh, we got blown out that game. Did I see that right? 88 to 66? Wow.
You have new mail.
Alright, so we're going to go home. Email. Alright, so this is where you would actually be able to go in and do some scouting, change up your matchups if you wanted to. Now, in an online league, you won't really be able, you could still use this. Depends on how many days that you're simming. Like I'm in an online league now. We do use another game, but because the league's been around since before this one came out. So you could, we sim 11 days per sim, I think. So, if you have just one game, great, you could do that. If you have 2 or 3 games, then you kind of, you could still use this to kind of evaluate each team and then maybe come up with a generic game plan, or, that could be competitive against all 3 of them. When you're playing by yourself, of course, you could dig into this in depth. I don't have the patience to do that, so I'm not going to be as good at this as I could be. Which is fine. Let me delete all of these. All right, I want to go to roster Injuries, nobody injured still. Schedule. All right, we lost this one in overtime. In overtime, wow. So they actually outscored us late to get the tie. 7 lead changes. Not good. All right, let's see. We had 11 points and 3 rebounds for Johnson. Oh, that's not points. That's plus minus. I'm sorry. 18. I'm so used to that points being all the way to the right. 18 points, 11 boards, so a really solid game for Joe Crudyup. 21 points and 5 boards for Kibu White, our center. 15 and 8 for Jeremy Brookhart, our guard. Now, out of his 11 rebounds, he had 4 offensive. Out of his 8, he had no offensive. So that's limiting our second chance points. But defensive rebounds stops their second chance points. So we shot 50%, 41% from 3-point line, which and 73% from the free throw line. So again, I really wish there was an option to turn off the three-pointer if you wanted to kind of play throwback basketball, but maybe in a future version or a patch or something. All right, next one was, yeah, we got blown out in this one. That was a home game too. Ow. Only 3 lead changes. And they just totally destroyed us by 11 in the second half. It wasn't even close. Let's see. Crudyup 23 and 10. Nobody else had more than 5 points off the starting lineup. Let's see. Fouls. Yeah, we really didn't have foul trouble. I mean, Kibu was the only one with 4. Let's see. We had 9 points for Marino Levette. What position does he play? Because it doesn't say. Power forward. All right, so he filled in at power forward. He only played 17 minutes with 2 personal fouls. I wonder if he got hurt in that game. Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Huh. So I'm just, and he only played 11 minutes. Now he did have 4 personal fouls, so that's probably why for him. But just 17 minutes for him, Jeremy Johnson. Let's go look at rotation. I mean, 50%, 50. I mean, he should be playing at least half the game. Jeremy Johnson. Should be playing 28 minutes a night at least. All right, well, let's come back to depth chart. Oh, that's right. You have to go to rotation to suggest the depth chart. All right. Strategy. Offensive sets higher, or set transition higher for more freedom. And motion and flex. And triangle. All right. Defense. All right, well, I don't see anything else I want to do there. So I guess we just get back into it here. So let's see if I do. Alright, so we have that one. Let's sim to that date. Alright, sim the day. Then we can come back, and we lost by 12. Another home loss, and again, Kibu only plays 17 minutes, 4 personal fouls. 14 points, only 2 rebounds. We had 12 points for Johnson off the bench. It didn't say I'm assuming I'll get an email. You know, of course, what happens when you assume things, but I am assuming I will get an email if I have an injury, because we do have stop sim on injuries for human teams. So, alright, we're going to sim to date. Now, again, you can play these games out if you want to. You know, all you do is, in fact, I'll kind of show you. I just don't like playing them out. Not my preference. And everybody has their own playing style. And that is one of the great things about the games, that they allow you to do that and have a different playing style. I want to get through seasons, and I want to look at long-term results, and I want to do the recruiting, and you know, that's what I want to do rather than actually playing. So what you want to do is, if you want to coach the game, you leave the little check mark there, play and sim your game, and it will actually go in and let you, you know, it'll play the game out two-dimensional, and I believe it will actually let you call timeouts and do those things as well. Again, I am just not interested in that, so I uncheck it and speed sim through it. But knock yourself out, man. That's a lot of people play that way. Slower pace, but more information, more detail. So certainly an option. All right, so wow, we were destroying them at the half, 42 to 27, and then we get outscored by 11 in the second half and almost lose. Only one lead change, so they got up 2-0, and we took the lead and never looked back, but they almost came back. Second chance points, 8-0. We blew a 17-point lead. $20-7 for Kibu, 2 personal fouls. 14-10 for Joe Crudup. Now he ended up with 4 personal fouls. 13 points for Cashin Moten. 10 points, 8 boards, and 8 assists for Jeremy Brookhart. Good game for him. And 10 points coming off the bench for Scott Graham. Now he must be he's another power forward. So I really, you know, that's something I think might go good in here. Again, if anybody from Wolverine watches these, that'd be great. But maybe list their positions here, but you know that, you know, or put some kind of you know, either an asterisk by them, or you know, bold out the starting 5 position letters. You know, so you'd see forward, guard, center, guard, blah blah blah. But these would be print like this, and these would be bold print. You know, or just make a note somewhere that the first, you know, the first 5 guys are your starters. You know, I don't know, or put them in parentheses if they're coming off the bench. I mean, that should be self-explanatory if the first 5 are your starters. But you know, again, as people are getting used to any changes, but you know, that way I can kind of know what position these guys are playing and where they're filling in at without having to go and physically look it up. I've always said the more that you can see on one screen, the better. My opinion. So, all right, let's look at. So we're into December. Let's take a look at the standings real quick. So New Orleans is 3-2. Now it's ranking by conference record, so everybody's tied. So we're at 3-3. So we're tied for the most wins, and luckily we are nowhere close to the most. Actually, no, we're second most. Nicholls State 4-1, and they're on a 4-game win streak. So good for them. All right, just let's see. I want to go to my roster injuries. So again, no injuries. I'm going to go to rotation. Just every week, I kind of make a habit of doing that. I try to make a habit of doing that. Just, it doesn't look like it's changing anything, but just in case. All right, sim to date. Now, again, if you have not finished recruiting, you have to go in each week. So never go more than a week without going in and redoing your recruiting. But since I've already
You have new mail. You have new mail.
my guy, there's nothing for me to do in recruiting. At least I hope there's not. Nothing I can think of that I haven't already done. All right, so I got mail during the week. Not sure why, but let's go check it out. Oh, more scouting reports. Okay. So again, you can read into those if you want to. And those are always going to be ahead of time. So Purdue, if we look at our schedule, so Purdue and Portland are December 16th and 20th. We're only on December 6th. So those are coming basically about 10 days ahead of time. So that last time I had gotten Marist and Toledo. Well, we've got a tough stretch of games there coming up. And then we'll get into conference play and see what we really look like. All right, so uncheck, sim the day. Ah, 9-point loss. Again, 17 minutes for White. He fouled out. Man, what is his issue? Athleticism, court intelligence, discipline. I mean, drawing fouls. Personality. Wow, he's almost hated by the fans. That's kind of weird. Range on his free throw shooting. Lacks great range on his shot. Athleticism. You know what? I'm going to call this player. Playing style, attitude, academics. Okay, well, I couldn't talk to him about his fouls or his attitude. So nothing there that I can see that I can adjust. So if you guys know of anything that I can do for and shooting three shouldn't be, not shooting three should not be an issue. I really want him in the paint here. I don't even want him out this far. I want him right there under the basket. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why he's getting so many fouls. That's troubling. I'm not. I guess he's just prone to that, but shot 100% from the free throw line. 6 of 6. 16 of 19. Well, that'll lose a game for you. Yeah, that'll lose a game for you for sure. 9 of 31, 29%. Yeah, I don't think we're a very good three-point shooting team. Let's go back to the roster ratings. Alright, so they don't really appear to have a three-point. They don't really appear to have a three-point rating, but that's got to have to do with outside shooting. But I would think that also has to do with just a mid-range, 15 to 18 foot jumper too. Strategy. All right, so I don't have any way to really dial in specifically on 3 points. I mean, it would be nice if you could tell them don't shoot any 3-pointers. If you can't hit them, why shoot them? Heck, if I could hit 30%, on 2-pointers of the ones that I'm missing on 3-pointers, I'd probably get 15 more points a game. So yeah, I don't. Where is Kibu? So it's putting, I don't know. Let's see. That's my rotation depth chart. So the only thing I can do here is, but I mean, they're all listed for the same 75%. Now what I don't know is I honestly don't know what these mean. I mean, are they out 75% of the game? Do they come out when they get to 75% stamina? Um, I have no idea what that means. I think what I'm going to do here is that's a question it would be helpful for me to know. I've got a couple of questions that have really come up, so I want to know what the out number is. I want to know what I can do to affect less three-point shooting, or what players are predominantly going to be three-point shooting. If there's any way to increase or limit that, depending on what you're wanting. I'm just trying to think to myself. Those are really the only two things that I've seen, and because I'm not sure why I've got players playing 11 minutes and they're listed as a starter, and right here all their numbers appear to be the same. They appear to be the same. Now again, because I don't understand the nuances of all these, I could be way off. But I'll pose the questions, and hopefully I can get an answer pretty quickly. Probably not in time for the next video, but hopefully for the one after that. But I am going to go ahead and go post those questions now. Then I'll come back, record the next video, and then hopefully by the time I go to record the third video, or 2 more videos after this one, I'll have answers on that, and we can talk about those answers and see what what that impacts, and give you guys some information on that. So thanks for checking out the video. We will see you next time, and take care.